It sounds too simple, but I really grew a brand new YouTube channel from absolute zero to 1,000 subscribers in less than a month. Not years, not hundreds of videos, just one clear strategy, one framework that worked better than anything I'd tried in the last 5 years. And 30 days later, that same channel had already passed 4,000 subs with no ad spend, no short spam, no AI gimmicks, just smart execution. If you think that kind of growth sounds unrealistic, I get it. You've probably heard that YouTube takes years to grow, that you need 100 videos before the algorithm starts to trust you, or that shorts are your only chance now. But that advice is outdated. YouTube in 2025 works completely differently. I run a network of channels, I've helped build and scale dozens of successful ones, and I keep seeing the same thing over and over again. Channels going from zero to thousands with just 1 or 2 great videos, sometimes even 1. So what changed? It's not just luck, it's not even the editing, it's the system, the strategy, the repeatable steps anyone can apply, even if you've never posted before. Let me show you exactly how we do it. Because in this video, I'll walk you through the proven system that we now use to consistently launch brand new channels fast. And stick around till the end, because I'll also share the #1 mistake beginners keep making that kills growth before it ever starts, and how to avoid it. Let's start with some simple numbers. To reach 1,000 subscribers, you typically need around 25,000 views. Now, if your videos are only getting 100, 200 views, you'd need to post hundreds of videos to hit 1K subs. That's why most new creators burn out. Not because their content is bad, but because their ideas don't bring in enough views. So here's the fix. Don't focus on making more videos. Focus on making videos that get more views. If every video brought in 10,000 views, you'd only need 2 or 3 to hit 1,000 subscribers. That's a completely different game. Now think about it. How much easier does YouTube get when your average video brings in thousands of views instead of dozens? This is the lever that changes everything. And yet, most creators never pull it. Why? Because they think growth is about consistency, about grinding, about patience, and while yes, those things help, they only work if the content is actually clicking with viewers. So how do you increase average views per video? It all starts before you hit record, with the idea itself. But there's one more layer. The right idea isn't just about what you want to make, it's about what people already want to watch. And that brings us to the core of what makes this system so effective. This part is crucial. The most successful creators don't just guess what might work, they use a repeatable system to find ideas that already have high demand. Here's how it works. Go to YouTube. Start by typing in something broad, like Mr. Beast Train Pit. Sort by most viewed, study the thumbnails and titles, even from channels you don't recognize. What you're looking for are patterns, ideas that pop up over and over again, pulling millions of views. Here's an example. Search dirt bike crash or bicycle trick gone wrong. Look at the top performing videos. Many are years old, but still getting views. Why? Because they tap into primal emotions. Danger, suspense, payoff. These are the ideas you want to model, not copy, model. That means taking the core concept, like a high-stakes challenge, translating it to your niche, making it visually unique and specific to your brand. You can also explore adjacent niches. If you make productivity content, study channels about money, habits, or even fitness. That cross-pollination leads to fresh ideas that still feel familiar. And here's a bonus tactic, idea farming. Spend 30 minutes daily just collecting viral concepts into a spreadsheet. Over time, this database becomes your unfair advantage, a bank of proven hits waiting to be adapted. When you model success, you're not guessing, you're reverse engineering. And this doesn't just apply to video ideas, it works for titles, thumbnails, even pacing. The goal, stack every possible advantage before the video even goes live. Here's where most beginners mess up. They see a popular video and try to clone it. Same colors, same title format, even the same thumbnail pose. But it doesn't work because they didn't understand the psychology behind it. Instead of copying visuals, copy intention. Ask, what emotions does this thumbnail trigger? What's the promise behind this title? What makes it irresistible? And then elevate it. Use better lighting and color grading. Add emotional faces or stronger contrast. Introduce new elements like arrows or props. Use big bold text that sparks curiosity. And finally, always pressure test your concept. Ask a friend, a peer, even a random viewer, would you click this? If the answer isn't an instant yes, go back and tweak. This is where small tweaks create massive leverage. Great, but now comes the real test, retention. YouTube cares more about watch time than almost anything else, and most viewers leave in their first 30 seconds. So how do you stop that? With a powerful intro. Here's the 5-part framework we use. Confirm they clicked the right video. You click to learn how to grow fast, and that's what you're getting. Show social proof. I've done it across multiple channels. Open curiosity loops, but most beginners make a mistake that guarantees failure. I'll explain in a minute. Set expectations. This won't be a fast edit tutorial, it's a strategic breakdown. State your mission. I want to help 1,000 creators hit 100K subs, starting with you. Remember what I said earlier? That mistake? We're almost there. Also add micro engagement cues. Pause here and guess what happens next. Comment below if you've tried this already. Bonus tip, mimic successful structures. Watch how fast-growing channels open their videos. Often it's less about flash, more about clarity. Retention is about active attention, not just passive viewing. Now that you've hooked them, how do you keep them? The best scripts alternate between open loops, questions, mysteries, challenges, payoffs, answers, proof, results. It's like storytelling meets tutorials. Here's how to build it. Start with a big loop, e.g., there's one mistake every beginner makes. Delay the answer with context or examples. Give a mini payoff. Here's what I did instead. Repeat that rhythm 3-5 times. Also, vary your delivery. Use direct address. Let me show you this part on screen. Visual metaphors. Think of this like a ladder. Each step is a payoff. Personal anecdotes. When I first tried this, I completely failed until I realized this one shift. Even better, write like you talk. Read every line out loud. Cut what feels robotic. The more structure behind the scenes, the easier it is for viewers to follow the journey. Now let's talk about endings. You don't want people to leave after saying thanks for watching. You want them to keep watching. Use this CTA structure instead. Link, gap, promise. Link, now that you know how to grow fast from 0 to 1K. Gap, you still might not know what kind of videos to make. Promise. So watch this video where I break down my entire ideation system and show how to make content that's almost guaranteed to go viral. You can also add urgency. If you skip it, you'll likely waste weeks making the wrong videos. Or even tease the next open loop. What if I told you there's a trick to making viral titles in under 2 minutes? That's in the next video. This works because it leads directly into your next video. It doesn't end the story, it continues it. That's how you build session time. That's how you build fans. This last piece might sound simple, but it's what separates pros from hobbyists. It's consistency, not random posting, but committing publicly or privately to one video per week for 52 weeks. You can even write it down, sign it, make it real, because growth takes time. Not years, but definitely weeks. The system works, but only if you give it enough attempts. Stick with it, and I promise your future self will thank you. Let's wrap this up. You've learned why more videos isn't the answer, how to find ideas with built-in demand, what separates real strategy from shallow copying, how to keep attention with open loops and payoffs, how to end with a CTA that drives binge watching, and why mental consistency is the final key to growth. This system is what I use across all my channels. It works for beginners, it works for pros, it works if you're starting with zero. And here's the truth, you don't need a viral hit. You need a system that stacks small wins over time. If you want to go even deeper and see how I come up with ideas, titles, and packaging that actually go viral, watch this next video. Because viral growth isn't random, it's engineered, and you can do it too.